Alright guys, this is another episode of Rad Fab. I'm Ron McKee, and we're doing this series called the Fire Pit Fail. And basically I built a fire pit that's kind of like too small, I thought, and believe it or not, I've already got it sold, but what I'm ending up doing right now is I want to make it kind of nicer, and that way it's, you know, worth more money and all that. And I'm gonna put like a little ring around it to where you kind of like put your feet up on it. And all I've done is just taken a piece of junk wood and I've laid it out as like a spacer, and then went over it with some soapstone on my table and kind of, you know, gone over each edge. And when it's all done, you got a big old pentagon. And then instead of trying to like guesstimate edges and all that, you already got your bigger shape without having to like waste material. Because I could go in the machine and in there and I could print out a stencil that's bigger, but the only thing with that is it's, you know, a waste of material when I could just use soapstone. Then all I'm gonna do is I'm sitting here and I'm measuring each of these, and you know, they're roughly 13 inches each. So 5 times 13, 65. And then I got that flat bar stock I got from Lowe's, which is kind of pricey, but you know, that's all I had at the time. And all I'm gonna do is just lay it out. And some I've already used, so I'm gonna have to like cut some of that out. But it'll end up being kind of like a nice foot base. And then what I'll do is that I'm either gonna mount the legs to that, or I'm gonna mount it to the fire pit itself. I hadn't made up my mind. And to connect it all, I'm probably just gonna put some kind of like little extension of with this bar stock, whatever's left over, or go ahead and I'll cut them all out. And then for the edges, I hadn't decided. I'm either just gonna weld them up and not trim it up, but I hadn't made up my mind yet. So either way, I'll either keep the edges or I won't, but just depends on how it looks. But let's go ahead and get started cutting. What I did next was I went ahead and cut the little like connectors for each of them, and Pentagon's a little bit off, so like 2 of them end up being 2 1/4, and then the rest end up being 2 1/2. And I'm gonna find the center of each of these and weld this right here on each of them, and then weld this part to the Pentagon. And best way to do that is I'm just gonna flip it over and figure out where it sits good on it. And I have it like labeled like A, B, C, D and all that too, so it'll like all this is all laid out pretty good. But anyways, let's get started. I went ahead and cut the legs out of angle iron, and all it is a 45 and a 45, and I deburred them and cleaned them a little bit. And this is actually a bed frame, not bad metal. I mean, it's all right, but cut all of them, and they're a foot from the point to the other point.